allowed drilling in federal waters in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, which includes Florida, since 1995 because of the possibility of oil spills. California has some offshore oil rigs, but there has been no new leasing in federal waters since the mid-1980s. Florida Senator Rick Scott, a Trump ally, wants to maintain a moratorium on offshore drilling. California Governor Gavin Newsom says expensive and riskier offshore drilling would put communities at risk and undermine economic stability. Ed Donahue, Washington.
President Trump on Friday met the man who had proudly proclaimed himself Donald Trump's worst nightmare, but he seemed to find the opposite. The president and New York City's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani were warm and friendly, speaking repeatedly of their shared goals to help Trump's hometown. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 493 points, the Nasdaq rose 195. This is SRN News.
All natural, non-GMO organic teas and supplements made in the USA. Get the tea's ingredients are the purest available. My favorite is Life Change Tea. Life Change Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that when combined really keep things moving. I drink it every day and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors: natural, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is Life Change Tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
If you don't want to hear real facts on social and political issues, then stop listening now. Otherwise, stay right here for real issues, real facts with real people.
His name is Joe.
Instead of fighting with these people, what I do is I throw stats at them. Let them go with it.
The Adventures of Joe.
But I've actually even got to the point now when somebody starts arguing with me, prove your facts. I go, now.
All right, what do you say, Joe? What do you say to that?
You didn't prove yours. Mine you can find at the CDC or on the FBI website. You need to do your own homework. Because when you spoon feed them, even when you do that, they tell you you're wrong, even though they have nothing to back it up with. Just like AOC, nothing.
I'm going to deal with topics and issues that will make you think. The lines are open. You can reach me at 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563.
It's the Joe Messina Show.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is out. I don't know. And no, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I just figured it was a great way to. We just got word a little while ago that Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's resigning in January. She's citing how bad Congress is. Okay, well then stay and fight. I don't get it. Seriously. All right, anyway, Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution, if you would, right? We'll be, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, she said she's gone, she's done. It was a 10-minute resignation video, if you would. Now her seat should be safe. It's a hard red area. But I still find it interesting again. She was the MAGA girl, right? And I know she was a little off, maybe a lot off. But she really was irritated at the way things were going. So she announced late Friday that she will resign her seat from Congress 1 week after Donald Trump publicly pulled his endorsement from her. Now, she could have waited it out. Seriously. In a lengthy statement posted on X, Greene cited her growing disillusionment with Washington politics. Seriously? You didn't know this before? I mean, look, these guys are whacked. They're going to stay whacked until we replace some of the really, really bad people there. She said her last day in office would be January 5th, 2026. The Office of Congressional Marjorie Taylor Greene did not respond to a bunch of news sources who wanted more information. So we'll get back to this as it grows and as things happen. We'll get back to it. And I am sure, I'm telling you, I'm sure that we're going to hear more about this and find out more. You know that it's always how it ends up working out. But I can't imagine, again, did anybody really think she was going to go? The other thing, too, did anybody... Now, again, I don't have, 30 people on staff to pull them all up. But there's still fallout from President Trump's viral insult to a reporter that sparked backlash from critics in the media. And it's really funny because the media has totally forgotten how many times Joey B criticized people. How many times Joey B made Nancy Pelosi. But Joey B mostly, how he actually attacked people, attacked their looks, attacked their strength, attacked how dumb they were or not dumb that they, or how smart that they were. Carolyn Levitt, she was asked what Trump meant when he called Bloomberg correspondent Catherine Lucy piggy during a tense exchange on Air Force One. About Jeffrey. Now, the funny thing about it is that if you listen to it, I'm not going to play it now. I'm not going to listen to it again. He was done with her. He went on to the next person. She interrupts. And he's about had it with her. We've already talked about this. Right? Not us, but... So it's interesting, again, how the media only... We're going to talk a little bit more about how much they're pulling out of these Epstein issues. Experienced it yourself at times, and I think it's one of the many reasons that American people reelected the president, because of his frankness. He calls out fake news every time he sees it. Transparent president in history. He is. No question about it. Right? He was president, so he dictated a couple of... He was president, so he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. It's true. This was Trump said before commenting on others associated with Epstein, like former President Bill Clinton. Look, they won't talk about all those things because they're Democrats. This is an all-out affront on Trump, and it will be for the whole 4 years he's there. Trump was taking questions from another reporter when Lucy attempted to further press him with her question. And I don't blame him for looking at her and sticking her finger in his face and telling her to knock it off. Members of the media slammed Trump's attack on Lucy on social media. Don't really care what they say. You got a guy like Jake Tapper saying that it was completely unacceptable and disgusting. Yet, they never got on Obama when he had that black woman removed, remember? Correspondent? No, God forbid. You wouldn't come down to him. He'd put you in jail. And then you look at Joe Biden, how he treated them when he did a press release. A press conference, which was almost never. Be back in a few minutes. Don't go far. You're listening to the Joe Messina Show.
Go to use it, it's not very absorbent. Work! The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. And right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to mypillow.com, click on the radio listener special, and enter promo code USA. Or call 800-951-8175. That's mypillow.com, promo code USA.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medish. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The members, so yeah, really, you can save a ton with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can MM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you test and inject daily, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. That's 800-471-7065.
Take as little as 3 minutes to see if you could save on motorcycle insurance with Progressive. Come on, you've spent more time than that trying to name your bike.
How about the Crusher? I guess it's not really crushing anything. The Silver Bolt? No. Oh, what about Pepper? Mysterious. Is it a pet or a condiment? Surprise! It's a motorcycle. No, that's stupid.
Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Okay, I'm talking funny because I'm in the witness protection program. I have too much credit card debt and I don't want people to find me.
Okay, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about credit card debt. Right, those plastic things that we all have in our wallet. Are you in your 50s or 60s and you're still carrying around a mound of credit card debt? Wouldn't it be nice to start banking that money and save a little money for retirement down the road? We help people restructure their credit card debt all the time. We show people how they can get out of credit card debt in months, not years. Listen, you'll be carrying around credit card debt for the rest of your life unless you deal with it right now. We offer a free consultation so you can learn how you can finally wipe out your credit card debt and start saving money. Give us a free call right now.
Call Debt Solutions Network now. 866-451-3328. 866-451-3328. That's 866-451-3328. Do you have a story to tell? Bring your story to life with audiobooks. Great stories deserve great storytelling. Audiobook Network provides professional voice actors and full production services for every author's manuscript. From narration, production, and editing to distribution, promotion, and sales, Audiobook Network handles everything. If you have a print book, ebook, or even a manuscript, call Audiobook Network now and get our free audiobook guide. 800-734-1229. 800-734-1229.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-362-9337. 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived.
We are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, be part of. Love to have you part of the solution. And I thank you so much, really, truly, for being involved, being engaged, tuning in, that kind of stuff. We were talking about Donald Trump, President Trump, snapping at Lucy, calling her, I guess, Piggy, yelling quiet. But these people, again, they have forgotten what the others have done that they never said a word about. Apparently it was okay for them. New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof said a woman reporter does her job by asking President Trump a tough question, and the leader of the free world responds with dismissive, misogynistic put down. Wow. And again I say, never a nasty word about Joe Biden. Right? The Atlantic's McKay Coppins posted, the president continues to behave in ways that not a single parent I know would tolerate. From their elementary school kids. Wow. That's hilarious. So, what's funny is this. They had, 8? Really, totally. They had 12 years to release these. And they never did. And if you think for a minute, I mean, for 30 seconds, I'll even go that far with it. If you think for 30 seconds that if they truly saw that Trump was in there and they didn't release those files, I got some swampland in Florida I want to sell you. Seriously. It's just amazing. This is why we've gone exactly where our founding fathers didn't want us to go. We are now all about the party and not so much about the country. It's sad. These people are protecting their party and their power so much more than they are their country as a whole. And you're not gonna convince me any other. When you've got Democrats coming out and telling the military to go ahead and not carry out the orders given by the commander-in-chief or to their people, yeah, where does that come from? No, in all seriousness. I mean, remember, under Obama and Biden, they were given stand-down orders to protect our own. I didn't hear anybody come out and say anything about that. Not a word, right? So you got to sit there and you have to think to yourself, truly, who do they care about? Maybe they're afraid of some of these other groups that could easily take them out. You know, I'm talking about the terrorist groups in and around this country. A lot of them are already here. We know this. We know this to be true. And maybe they're afraid that these people know where their kids go to school. You have to admit that some of these rulings, some of these things these people are saying is beyond comprehension. When you've got crime rates in these cities, right, all across the country, Chicago, New York City, D.C., and I think the other thing that scares them to no end is when he does send the National Guard in to clean up or to support the police departments, they won't even admit that the crime goes down. It takes a nosedive. What did D.C. go with? Almost 30 days without a murder, maybe longer, when the National Guard was there? I'm sorry. How do you discount that? Yeah, you have to ask. So the only agenda in my mind and many others, the only agenda the left has right now, the only agenda the Democrats have as a whole is stop Trump. Not to help people, but simply stop Trump. It's really that simple. Wow. Okay. Anyway, hey, look, what do you want from me? Again, we're just going to keep hitting story after story after story. There's so many of them out there that I wasn't able to get to this week. And the fact of the matter is that these things go, like I always say, you know, you haven't heard much about what's going on in Iran. So now, check this out, listen carefully. Either there's absolutely nothing going on in Iran, which I very much doubt, or they don't want us to see. They're distracting us with all these other stories. Now, that's a very possibility because it's not the first time they've done stuff like that. Right? So this is why you have to pay attention to what's going on around you. All right, for those of you across the country and across the world, frankly, I just love this. These grocery store chains who decide on their own that certain things shouldn't be called by those names anymore. A chain by or owned by and or called by Tesco, right? It's like a Kroger's. For many years, they sold Christmas trees at their stores. But this year, they're selling something called an evergreen tree. That's right. So this story originates out of England. So I'm really not surprised now. Our cousins across the big pond have rebranded the Christmas tree. It's caused a big controversy in the British media, especially from the Daily Telegraph to the Daily Mail. Britain's rage over the woke Tesco's decision to rename Christmas trees. Can you imagine? Susan Hall, the Conservative leader of a member of the London Assembly, she said it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous nonsense. Call it what it is. It's a Christmas tree. Can't be an evergreen tree, man. It's dead. You cut it down, for God's sakes. She said, I'm fed up with all this woke stupidity. Tesco denies claims in the nation's largest newspaper that they've gone woke, but it's not the first time they've gotten caught. Olympic medalist Sharon Daves calls it a bit silly. It's a Christmas tree. That's what people want. They want a Christmas tree. They don't go to the store and ask for an evergreen tree. They go to the store and say, do you have Christmas trees? Many others look at the social media to pose a very simple question to the store. Why are you undermining this ancient Christian tradition? It's all silly. She said, I wonder if the sell cartons of holiday eggs on Easter Sunday or orange autumn grounds or Halloween, are they going to rename those? That would be funny. I'd like to know what they call them. Come and see your host. Don't go far. A lot more coming up.
Attention homeowners. It's not if something's going to break, it's when. That's home ownership. If your dryer, your refrigerator, or your AC and heating breaks, that's an expensive call. And who do you call? Make it easy on yourself and call Choice Home Warranty. We've already done the research and have access to 25,000 technicians that can be at your home quickly. We've covered close to 2 million homes in the United States. There's a good chance your neighbors work with us. Call us right now before the next breakdown. We'll tell you everything that's covered in your home and give you the first month free with our ironclad 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now and learn how to get your free month.
800-378-2250. 800-378-2250. 800-378-2250. That's 800-378-2250.
Limitations and exclusions apply. First month free with purchase of single plan. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for more details.
Life is full of surprises. Some wonderful, some not so much. But here's one thing you can control: making sure your loved ones are protected if the unexpected happens. At easyplans.com, we make getting life insurance, well, easy. In just a few minutes, you can apply online and buy direct. No awkward phone calls, no confusing jargon, and no agent will contact you unless you request help. Just clear, affordable coverage, designed to fit your life and your budget. Fast approval, flexible plans, and unlike other online insurance sites, Easy Plans won't sell your information to others. So no endless phone calls and text messages. Whether you're just starting a family, buying a home, or thinking ahead, EasyPlans.com has you covered. EasyPlans.com. We make buying life insurance, well, easy.
News Update, I'm John Schaefer. The government shutdown is now in its fourth week, hitting millions of Americans. On Saturday, food assistance funding will run out for more than 40 million people. Flight delays are also rising, with more than 1,000 reported today as air traffic control faces staffing shortages. The Senate failed to pass a short-term spending bill for the 13th time. A new report shows strong private sector job growth over the past 4 weeks. ADP says preliminary data indicates an average of more than 14,000 jobs added per week through October 11th, a big improvement from September. Due to the government shutdown, ADP will now release 4-week employment averages every Tuesday. Hurricane Melissa is pounding Jamaica, marking one of the strongest landfalls on record in the Atlantic. The storm is bringing life-threatening flooding, heavy rainfall, and landslides across the western part of the island.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PHIL25.
Gentlemen, Ciccolini here may talk like an idiot and look like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
That's funny. I don't. I did no such thing. I don't even know what the time warp, whatever, looks like. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855 Real Joe. 855-732-5563. Get involved. Get engaged. Be part of the solution. I really do appreciate the time you're spending with us here on the air. And there is so much happening. There was a lot going on, a lot to deal with, if you would. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, we were talking about it, a large chain over in Britain renaming Christmas trees to evergreen trees because that's what we go. We go evergreen shopping, don't we? God, they hate Christmas. You know, Jesus said it, man. Right? They were going to hate us because we loved him, which means they hate him as well. Look, I think here's the general rule we should use, right? I'm just throwing out here. If you don't agree, let me know. If it's decorated with bright lights and ornaments and garland, it's a Christmas tree. There's no need to get your tinsel in a twist, as they say. Right? I mean, it's a Christmas tree. End of discussion. Now you can call it what you want. But I don't know. I actually enjoy this stuff. I think it's hilarious. I don't know at what point people are going to go, okay, I've had it with these nut jobs. So I even hate talking about her. Sorry. I don't hate her. You can't really hate somebody. Michelle Obama's at it again, right? She's doing her national book tour really as kind of therapy for herself to, rail on our country, call us all kinds of names. It's almost like she's using it for some sort of therapeutic cleansing. She seems to have a massive issue with white people. Let me explain something to white people, she said. This was during her live conversation. She was at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. She said, our hair comes out of our head naturally. It's curly pattern. So when you're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we're trapped by the straightness. She's referring to white people. All right? Look, nobody asked you to follow us. I don't want your husband to cut his hair like mine. I don't want to cut my hair like your husband's. That's why so many of us can't swim, she said. You can't swim because of your hair? Yeah, I'm not buying that one. I got a lot of black friends. Haven't heard that one yet. Actually, I have a lot of friends who happen to be black. I'm so tired of that. Black friends, Asian friends, brown friends, Mexican friends, whatever. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for you all. If you are doing stuff for us all, yeah, there's something wrong with you all. No, you be who you are. I went to this the other night with a similar story. Right? White people are obsessed with black hairstyles. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe the ones you hang around, I don't know. She said, it's exhausting. It's so expensive. It takes up so much time. Braids are for you alls, so we can work harder and focus on work. Well, do what you do. I'm telling you, we don't care. You're listening to the few that have loud voices. We don't care. It's really that simple, right? Here we go again. The Target, I just got this story a little while ago, and I'll check it out. But man, it seems right. Again, we'll check it out. But somebody said, did you hear that Target has hired a gay pride strategist? What in God's creation is a gay pride strategist? I got to ask because I don't know. I honestly don't know. 855 Real Joe. Head over to joemessina.com. joemessina.com. This is the fact that we're even I won't say the fact that we're talking about this proves a point, because it doesn't really prove a point. But the fact that these stories are out there and they're real is what's really mind-boggling to a big degree. Anyhow, like I said, 855 Real Joe, 855-732-5563. Yeah, we're at it again. Chicago mayor says that the train attack by a repeat offender is, well, it's an isolated incident, right? You just have to scratch your head sometimes and go, wait a minute. This guy was arrested 40 times before for similar stuff. Yeah, it was nice. I kept it clean. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's just amazing to me. This guy was arrested 49 different times in the past. How in God's creation was he there? Was he there? You know, he should have been still in jail. He would have never have been out there to set that woman on fire. Remember, he doused this woman with gasoline. Then he set her on fire. The man, and he's 50 years old. God, 50 years old, been arrested over 50 times. And 13 times alone since 2013. I can't repeat what he said. What he said to the woman as she was burning. And where were the people around her? You know, honestly, where were the people around her? You got to ask that question. And that's the other thing. We've done that a million times now. We don't stop and help people anymore. Johnson said in his speech, all I can say is, well, it was an awful and horrific tragedy. But this is an isolated incident as we continue to invest more in our public transportation system. Right. Not our police. As we continue to invest more in our public transportation system, we want people to feel safe. Or why are you going to put more police on the trains? I got to ask. Right? He's not going to do my part to ensure these investments are getting the right to the people, so that, of course, people can continue to enjoy. This is after he did like a massive tax increase to the city of Chicago, for the people in the city of Chicago. He said, this is an isolated incident. I mean, I don't see this as some sort of trend. And again, the level of accountability that has to happen in this moment, I trust that the federal level will do its part. Wow. All of a sudden, you want help from the feds. All of a sudden, it's a federal issue. All of a sudden, the feds need to jump in and get involved. Why? I need something more than, gee, I'd like to find out. All right. This just in. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it was in a little while ago. Supreme Court has temporarily overturns a ruling against Texas congressional redistricting. In other words, they slapped the other three judges in the head, going, "What are you doing?" So the Supreme Court today sided with Texas, overturning a lower court's order that blocks congressional redistricting efforts by state legislature. Now, the new congressional map is expected to give Texas 5 more Republican seats in Congress. Now, the panel ordered Texas to use 2021 map in a 2-to-1 ruling. This is the other panel of judges. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito Jr. on Friday, he issued a brief pause on the lower court order blocking a new congressional map in Texas that would give Republicans an edge. Right? The order will give the high court time to consider an appeal by Texas, which is seeking to overturn the ruling by a panel of federal judges. Texas had asked the Supreme Court to overrule the decision on Friday. Alito asked those challenging the map to submit a response by Monday. Now, the justice's ruling came as the window to act on the map was running out. Candidates face a December 8th deadline to file the run in Texas races. And the state needs more time to notify voters. Back in a few minutes. Don't go far. A lot more coming up after the break.
Omaha Steaks is rewriting the book on burgers with an all-new handmade texture for the juiciest home-style burgers you've ever tasted. Their pure ground burgers are made from single cuts of real aged Omaha steaks. These are truly steaks on a bun. Filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, and even brisket burgers. Now is the time to experience the exclusive Burger Perfection Flight for just $79.99. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code TREAT at checkout to get an extra $20 off your order plus free shipping. You'll get 4 of each pure ground burger so you can sample all the steak on a bun greatness. These burgers are crafted for a juicier, more tender experience, making your mouth water with every single bite. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code TREAT at checkout and get $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
Right now, you can eliminate odors, mold, mildew, bacteria, and viruses in your home with the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm uses Oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules that seek out and destroy odors. The Thunderstorm doesn't mask or cover up bad smells, it eliminates them, leaving that fresh, clean smell, just like after a thunderstorm. The Thunderstorm is small, plugs right into the wall, and fits in the palm of your hand. Put one in your basement, bedroom, family room, kitchen, or anywhere you want clean, fresh air. It even includes a USB cord for your car or truck. Right now, save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200, a fraction of the cost compared to other air purifiers. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use discount code USA3 to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Use USA and the number 3. Shipping is free.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PHIL25.
I've got a unique vacation idea for you that's right here in the United States. If you're ready for a vacation that's fun and downright affordable, listen up. It's driving distance for many of you, so no planes, no airline delays, no hassles. It's Branson, Missouri, the entertainment capital of the Midwest. Live music for everyone. Branson has 3 beautiful, enormous lakes, water attractions, live shows, great food, and tons of entertainment. It's a perfect vacation for you and your family, or if you're retired and you want to have a great time. And you can stay in Branson for as low as $99 a night. Please understand, this is not a timeshare offer. It's a real vacation for as little as $99 a night. We've got a free vacation guide we want to send you right now. All you have to do is call for complete details. Get your free Branson, Missouri guide right now by calling this number.
800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. That's 800-399-4215. You've been working hard, doing the right thing and paying your taxes and putting your hard-earned money in the Medicare piggy bank all your life. And now it's time to break the piggy bank and get something back. Medicare. If you didn't know it, Medicare is health insurance for people over 65, and you paid for it with your tax dollars. Medicare plans now have more benefits than ever. That's good news, especially if you're like me and looking forward to paying as little as possible for good health insurance. Call and find out what Medicare plan is best for you. Save your time. It's valuable. We've already done the research for you, and in one quick phone call, you can learn how to get the best Medicare plan designed exactly for you. Hey, it's one of the most important decisions in your life. Let us help you through it. Here's our number. Call 65 Plus Medicare now. 800-778-8214. 800-778-8214. That's 800-778-8214.
Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you. Why don't you marry me?
Why, marry you?
You take me and I'll take a vacation. I'll need a vacation if we're going to get married.
We are back. Show is here, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-SHOW, 855-732-5563. Look, get involved. You've heard this a million times from me, so I'm not changing it. Get over yourself, okay? Get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. Make sure you have your information right so you can push back, so you can get involved. And I keep telling people, it is okay to speak the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how much you feel that, here we go to feel again. I hate that term. But no matter how much you feel like you're going to hurt somebody, right, hurt somebody's feelings, you don't have to hurt somebody's feelings on purpose. Sometimes the mere fact that you know what's doing or what they're doing will hurt their feelings. But speak the truth. There's a lot more love in the fact that sitting down your grandson, your granddaughter, your niece, your nephew, your kids. There's a lot more love involved in telling them, and you're just going, you're wrong, stop doing what you're doing, you're stupid. No. Sitting your kid down, talking with your nieces, nephews, saying, this stuff that you're thinking about doing to your body, yeah, don't do it. Let me tell you why. You're beautiful the way you are. You're wonderful the way you are. God knit you together the way he wanted you. And this is all because, you're falling into whatever it is you're falling into. You have to learn how to speak or know how to speak to your family members. That's why I say it the way I say it. Find a way to deal with them. Find a way to talk with them. Don't be the old curmudgeon sitting in the living room that they don't want to be next to begin with. Okay, back at it again. SCOTUS is ruling, or started to rule. Alito has given the opposition a few days to deal with it. But Governor Abbott asked for, an expedited ruling on the case of keeping the Texas maps. Now, the justice's ruling came as the window to act the map was running out. Candidates face a December 8th deadline to file and run for the Texas races, and the state needs to notify voters of any changes long before the primaries in March. Now, Republicans have a small, like a 5-person majority. Marjorie Taylor Greene stepping out, leaving. Right now, that'll bring it down to 218 to 214. Now, California's attempting to redraw, or did redraw their maps. They're trying to disenfranchise over 6 million Trump voters, right? They're trying to get, actually, California would lose 5 seats, but they're going to do that on their own anyhow. With the amount of people that have left the state, oh, yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. Anyway, 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5560. You can send me an email, joe@joemessina.com, joe@joemessina.com. And I do appreciate the time you're spending with me. All right. I can give you proof after proof, story after story about how much the Democrats hate this country. And if you've got an open mind, it ain't that easy not to see. I mean, now they're talking about arresting immigration and customs enforcement, ICE agents, in the different cities. Now, we got a story about a Gerardo Rodriguez. He was arrested after allegedly putting a gun at the 17-year-old and displaying a badge during an off-duty confrontation in a California neighborhood. The incident drew heightened public attention due to Rodriguez's ICE employment. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department has opened an investigation, and officials have noted they are working to determine the full circumstance, because you're going to see all these charges brought against or complaints made against officers that didn't do it. I'm sorry. We've seen it. We've seen it more and more. Deputy said that Rodriguez forced the teen from the vehicle, aimed a gun, and released him after neighbors intervened. Greg Krikosian, attorney, said that the family has remained fearful. The attorney said that I think he and his family are scared just like everyone else in Southern California, all the way to Chicago. Look, if you're not breaking the law, when the cop pulls up behind you and you're doing the speed limit, you've got insurance, and you've got a valid driver's license, and there's no weed in the car or an illegal gun, you really don't have anything to worry about. Oh, Joe, you're not black. You don't understand. You're not Hispanic. You don't understand. Okay, whatever. Krikorian said ICE agents are doing this when they're off the clock, at home in Southern California, all the way to Chicago. Krikorian said that ICE agents are doing this. He said they're at home in their pajamas, and they're using... No, stop it. He said my client, though, thought, and his family thought he was either going to be shot dead or he was going to be taken to an ICE that night. Right. Always worst case, huh? Investigators arrested Rodriguez peacefully and searched his home for evidence. He was booked for assault with a deadly weapon, child endangerment, and assault by a public officer. Now, ICE claim Rodriguez is not employed by the agency, and the DHS declined to comment due to the ongoing investigation. Don't you love it? I mean, seriously. God bless. I got nowhere. I got nowhere to go. All right, now our buddy. He's in trouble. Governor J.D. Pritzker, remember when he taunted Donald Trump? Stupid thing to do. Last month, he said, "Come and get me." Well, Trump's Justice Department is doing just as he asked, launching a new criminal investigation that threatens to embroil the billionaire governor. The Daily Mail can exclusively reveal that Pritzker is a potential 2028 presidential contender. He's worth an estimated $3.9 billion, with much of his wealth coming from his inherited stake in the Hyatt Hotels fortune. Now, this case revolves around Pritzker's alleged link to his wife's friend, Jenny Thornley, who volunteered on his first gubernatorial campaign in 2018 and was convicted of forgery in 2023. Think about that. I mean, okay, whatever. Why do you surround yourself with people like this? They went on to say, we're investigating this, a top official at DOJ said. People have been so brazen for so long because they thought no one would ever look at them. I think that's true. I think the Democrats have been doing what they're doing for so long because they've never been stopped. They've never even been checked. And when you start looking now at what's happening and the whistleblowers coming forward for the DOJ against Obama, against Biden, and so on, this is great. Anyway, under Attorney General Pam Bondi, the DOJ has been accused of targeting Trump's political enemies. Yeah, because we never saw it really happen under Obama or Biden. You look at Letitia James. Really? Like, she didn't do the same thing she accused Trump of? Wow. And then you got James Comey. You got him on video lying. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton and others. Now, Pritzker is likely to lead to further Democrat claims of politically motivated action by the DOJ, of course. Because, he's such a peach. Court filings and internal reports obtained by the Daily Mail, it reveals a series of surprising links between, felonious forger Thornley and the Illinois governor. He worked for the Illinois State Police Merit Board of the government agency that rules on police promotions and discipline. Now, according to Illinois prosecutors, she faked overtime hours at her job between 2014 and 19, which boosted her pay by almost $70K. And she forged her boss's signature to get the hours approved. She was later convicted of forgery. I can't imagine. Don't you love this stuff? Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Thornley found out that she was being investigated for forgery. She accused her boss, Jack Garcia, of groping her breast and filed a workers' compensation claim for psychological injury over the supposed incident in 2020. Now, according to court filing and civil lawsuit by the colleague and the Merit Board, the board hired law firm McGuire Woods to investigate. The firm found no evidence of it, instead discovering computer records showing Thornley was browsing Amazon.com in a different office during the time she claimed Garcia groped her. Now, Pritzker first became linked to the case when Thornley filed her workers' compensation claim through the governor's office instead of the Employment Merit Board. She claimed that she was working in the governor's office, that Pritzker was her direct supervisor and provided 2 personal phone numbers for him on the form as a reference, and alleged that the text messaging uncovered by the internal probe tied her to Pritzker's wife. Okay, bottom line with this is Pritzker's in it deep. He covered for it. He buried this, and it never came to light. So I can't wait to see. I mean, we're all waiting for somebody of name to be put in handcuffs and ankle chains and dragged into court. They need to see it. They need to feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, no trial, no anything, and the AG on several occasions under Pritzker had dismissed some of these cases or refused to file charges. So I don't know. Yeah, there is 2 forms of justice. Joe Messina, your host. A lot more coming up after the break. You're listening to the Joe Messina Show.
Washington, this just in, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, a Trump loyalist turned critic, says she is resigning from Congress in January. That just announced a few minutes ago. The U.S. Supreme Court has temporarily blocked a lower court ruling that found Texas's 2026 congressional redistricting plan, pushed by President Trump, likely discriminates on the basis of race. The order signed Friday by Justice Samuel Alito will remain in place at least for the next few days while the court considers whether to allow the new map favorable to Republicans.